Namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena. Today I will discuss about how to create a solid malware defense system. Everyone, either that's a organization, a company, a government, a country, they are having valuable information, valuable asset, data. On that information, data or asset, only some people or some highly authorized people have access, okay, because that's very valuable and critical information. So anyone, we cannot give right to have access on it, because if anybody will have access, they can damage to that person, organization or government. Okay, so to protect that particular critical information, we need to create a number of layers for security, just to secure that information. Okay, so that is defense in depth, means if somehow attackers will able to penetrate or break one layer, they need to fight with the next layer. Okay, and we are putting different security devices, security services, security policies, so that we can protect our critical data. Clear? So as you can see in this diagram, when somebody will enter, there are some firewalls, okay, and inside the network, when they will get entry and want to access the resources which are inside network, they need to pass through the network security managements. Okay, and for another security layer, we can have IPS, IDS, okay, and for the email security as well, we can put security devices. Clear? And the critical assets or information which is we are having on the safe place, if anybody want to have access, they need to pass through some other firewalls as well. It depends upon what type of data they are having and to whom they want to give access. Clear? So cyber crime day by day is increasing with a more strength. New technologies they are coming with and creating a lot of challenges for the security professionals and the different vendors which we are providing security devices. Clear? So now the questions comes, how we can create an effective cyber defense system. Okay, so there are 5 critical tenets, or you can say principle for effective cyber defense system. First of all, offense informs defense, means we need to find that knowledge, or we need to practice those best practices which were used by the organization, by the IT professional or security professionals to defend the real world cyber attacks. Means this is not just theoretical. Whatever the people already done to fight with cyber attacks and what technologies, what practices they used, we should consider from them. That knowledge should be considered from them. Okay, and every attack is not having the same impact on an organization. So with the help of risk management, we need to identify which threat vector can create more damage to our organization. Okay, so we, out of number of different attacks, we need to find out the greatest risk and to protect that greatest risk which will damage our company greatest, that we should consider it first to defend and protect against that attack. Okay. Next things we should consider that measurement and metrics. We should establish a language that is shareable with the executive IT professionals, security professionals, auditors, so that whatever we are talking about, the common language should be there. They can understand what policies, what security controls we have implemented, and if that's working, and what are the metrics we are using, so each and everyone can understand it. And if any implementation required, quickly they can understand and can implementable in a short duration. Okay. As you know, the cyber industry, which is cyber criminals, they are evolving day by day, emerging new technologies, new products, new attacks. With the more advancement they are coming. So whatever the security system or the defense system we are using, that cannot be steady, or that cannot be stay for long. So we also need to check, diagnose it continuously, whether for new upcoming attacks, whether that's effective or not. Okay. If that and what the new attacks are coming, our control systems are capable to protect against those attacks. Okay. So the continuously evolution or measurement should be there. Okay. Another very important aspect that should we consider when we create an effective defense system: automation. Whatever the procedures, policies or controls we are using, and those are effective and are reliable, scalable, implementable in the future or at the time what they are working, we should just convert them in automation, so that scalability should be at that place, and we will able to get the maximum benefits from automation. Okay. Another thing, when this was just all about cyber defense system, the main 5 critical parts. There can be more. Okay, just I have discussed only 5. And when just we will narrow it down only for the malware defense system, because cyber defense system can cover lot many things. Now I will discuss about only malware defense system. For example, a company is having resources, they are having end devices, workstations, managed devices, mobile devices, network devices, like it can be routers, switches, your firewalls, IDS, IPS, other devices. Okay. And there can be servers which collecting the logs from different devices. Okay. So in a company, that can be middle size or the enterprise level company, whatever the anti-malware softwares we are using, that should be organized by centrally, because once we are having the centralized managed system, we can continuously observe what are going on our end devices and on the workstations. Clear? If some of our devices get infected by any malware, we just come to know, yes, this is the device which we are centrally managing are infected, so we can quarantine it from the rest of the network, so the that malware will not propagate on the other devices in our network. Okay. And whatever the malwares we are anti-malware systems we are using, or whatever that engine and database for the signatures, that must be up to date. As quickly as the updates are coming, we must update our systems. If you will not update and jobs are pending, attackers are continuously on the hunt of finding the vulnerabilities on systems. And if you will delay for 1 day or for 1 hour, and during that time period, if the attacker will find out the vulnerabilities and will come inside your network or in your system, they can damage a lot. They can steal your information, valuable information. Okay. And whatever the security features on operating systems, okay, it can be, I will show you one of the examples. So exploitation, anti-exploitation features you should implement, or you should check whether it's enabled or not, because those features inside operating system, they are also providing us wonderful way to fight back with the malwares or the with the viruses. Okay. And whatever the removable medias you are using, that can be pen drive, hard drive, or other things if you are using, we should set our systems in a way, once we are connecting with those removable devices, that should be, or that must be scanned. Clear? So without scanning, is there any malware inside it, not allowed to connect with our network or with the systems. Okay. And those devices which are running auto run, we should disable the auto run, because attackers are planning in a way, once we connect that device, automatically that will start the malware. Okay. So the auto run process should be stopped. Clear? Every device, when some event will happen, it will generate a log. Okay. We should have a centralized system, because number of security devices or the other devices we are using, and if we are able to collect all the logs that's generated by the events at a one center location, we will be able to read those logs. Okay. And we can find out what type of events are happening, and we can, if that's malicious, then we can control it. Clear? Attackers use DNS queries, or when some our devices, let's just take an example of our endpoint workstation, when they are connecting over the internet or finding some FQDN, they will generate DNS queries. Clear? When the DNS query will be generated, they can connect with the malicious URL which are plotted by hackers. Okay. So whatever the DNS query is generating, that should be analyzed, either they are connected with the malicious link or not. Okay. And whatever the command lines we are using, so it's a Microsoft PowerShell or Bash we are using, that should be, if some something happening which can enable the auditing logs as well. So we can find out what type of commands are running. Okay, these steps if we will follow, we can create a really a very solid malware defense systems. Okay, now I will show you one of the demonstration which will allow us to protect from viruses. This is data execution prevention, which is inbuilt in Windows, and you can apply with the help of just click on go in control panel and click on systems, and in the left hand side last option advanced system configuration you will find over there. Click on it, and in that settings click on the performance settings, and after that you will be able to get performance options, and last tab is data execution prevention. Okay, so it will prevent from the attack, like if some application trying to get the memory in a abnormally way, which is not allocated for properly execute a application, if we can say illegally they will try to get the memory, system memory, that will stop it. Okay, like we have heard about overflow. Okay, so buffer overflow attack can also be prevent by this one. So that's by default enable. If you want to enable for all the programs, okay, so just you can select the second option. Okay, and which you want to exclude, you can also exclude in the second options. Okay, in this way we can create malware defense system. Okay guys, so follow me on the page Cybersecurity Prism, so you will get notification and you will get wonderful information, and so that you can say yes, I am a cyber warrior. You can join the group where you can share your information, your thought, you can communicate over there with the other persons or other group members. And in the next session I will discuss about how hackers can make fool the IDS, firewalls, antiviruses, these security devices, what are the different techniques they can use, so that they can evade their attacks from the process of all these devices. Okay, so stay safe. Namaste. See you in the next session.